Back once again. Today we're talking about a trend that I see in fitness marketing. I like to call it doomsday marketing, or doomsday marketing of fear. Because a lot of times when people are trying to convince you to buy a product or even buy into an idea, because sometimes we buy ideas, like when someone's trying to convince you of something and you believe them, you say, yeah, I'd buy that. You know, buying ideas, they use fear to try and manipulate you on an emotional basis to kind of believe what they're talking about. Doomsday marketing is the idea of there's something out there that's bad in its excess, and therefore you should avoid it at any possible costs. And let me kind of give you an example. Say, for example, someone's trying to convince you that running is really bad. Okay, they've got this other program, but they're like, oh, if you're running, that's bad. You don't want to be doing running. So they'll use this tactic of, look at all of these bad things that have happened to these runners. Okay, look at how shot their knees are and how tight their hamstrings are. Look at these runners, how out of shape they really are. And a lot of times what they do is they illustrate this on the extremes, okay? They'll use marathon runners. They'll use people who are running 70 or 100 miles a week, ultra marathoners, and they take the issues that are plaguing these individuals, saying, see how bad running is for you, how terrible it is, therefore you shouldn't be running, you should be doing my other tactic or program or whatever that I'm recommending to you. But the problem with this is that there's a lot of truth to it, okay? For one, you know, they've identified a problem. Too much running, okay? Too much excessive running is causing these problems. They've also identified a correct solution. Stop running, okay? So there's two truths to it. However, the problem is it's a very limiting way of thinking, because now you're basing your decisions on the fear of, I can't run. And now, if you don't want to run, there's no skin off your nose. However, what happens, like, if you're like, yeah, but I love playing Ultimate Frisbee with my friends, but there's this 5K run that I do every year with my grandfather, and I'm not supposed to do that anymore? Fear can greatly limit your lifestyle if you let it, and a lot of times these folks are trying to sell you on fear, and hence kind of give you one more bar in that self-imposed prison. Happens a lot with the diet industry too. You know, this food, red meat, processed food, sugars, whatever. You know, Americans are eating too much of this. It's causing these problems. Sure. The best solution, or the solution we propose, is get rid of this food entirely from the diet. Will it work? Absolutely. But the thing is, now we're saying I can't have any of whatever it is. It's a limitation. Here's the way I'm looking at this. It's kind of as if I had my iPod on full blast volume all the time. And I came to my doctor and I said, doctor, I've got this ringing in my ears and all these headaches and everything like that, and I can barely hear anything. And he's like, you're listening to your iPod full volume? Yeah? Oh, you can't listen to your iPod anymore. You know? What's the problem? Listening to my iPod full volume. What's the solution? Get rid of the iPod. Will it work? Sure. But what's a better solution? Turn down the volume. Now the thing is, we don't like this whole, I've got to find this moderation and balance sort of thing. And the doomsday marketing, basing things on fear, makes it simple to get into our mind. It's very easy to buy, versus of, okay, if I get rid of it, my problems will be solved. It's a little bit more effort to figure out, well, how much of it can I have and still be fine? How much can I run? How much ice cream can I still eat and not suffer any ill effects? Take some trial and error. And a lot of times we're just too lazy to figure out exactly how much we can have. But if we're willing to put in that effort and not be subjected to the fear of the doomsday marketing, we can figure out exactly how much volume of something we can have so we can have our cake and eat it too. Something to think about next time someone's trying to convince you that hamburgers are, you know, spawn of Satan or anything along those lines. Thoughts, Matt at thefairable.com. Till then, be fit, live free.